It's a huge day on Fresh Living. We're hitting the double digits today, and we're taking a look back at the last decade of the show.
From downtown Salt Lake City, welcome to Fresh Living.
Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm Kari, Hawker-Diaz.
And I'm Brooke, Mangum.
And I'm Hansen. And thank you so much for joining us on our big day. And thank you for joining us every day for the last 10 years. It's our birthday.
Yes, we are 10. Can you believe this?
Double
10
digits.
years old.
I know.
Okay, so our actual birthday was yesterday. The very first episode aired on October 25th, 2010, but we're celebrating today.
We're going to celebrate all week,
Yes.
baby.
Yes.
And we are celebrating in style. I love this. So fancy, thanks to Bling It On. What a fun excuse to get dressed up.
Yes. They have the most beautiful dresses at Bling It On Dress Rentals. You can go pick out whatever is your style, and it's for rent. So they're so nice because
I
you
mean,
can just
look
give
at
it back.
that.
Yes,
Should we model
gorgeous.
do a little runway moment?
Look
Spin
at this.
around. Oh,
You
don't
saw all the
worry
beauty.
about the
Yeah, let's see yours.
You don't want to see my back.
microphone pass.
There you go.
Party
Very
in the
good.
front, business in the back. You know.
That was very good. And our big set here is from Alpha Lit and Pop Park City. We had to go all out for the big 1-0, of course.
Yes, of course, and it wouldn't be a celebration if we didn't have a wood connection craft. Thank you, Rachel.
So
there we
cute.
go. And we didn't do these, so it's in perfect condition, as you can
Yes.
tell.
Obviously. Not too ratchet. Okay, so I thought it'd be fun to talk a little bit about what was going on 10 years ago when Fresh Living first started.
Okay.
So I've got some facts. The most
Okay.
popular song was Like a G6.
Oh,
You're welcome.
yes.
That will now be stuck in your head for the rest of the day.
Yep.
The very most popular baby name for a girl was Isabella, and
Okay.
for a boy was Jacob.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. And then this is what was playing in theaters in October of 2010. The Social Network, Life as We Know It, Paranormal Activity 2, Harry Potter, and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, and Megamind.
Okay, that's crazy.
Crazy time.
That
Yes.
was insane. My favorite part about this, Fresh Living is technically a Scorpio.
Okay.
Just like me.
Yes. And we talked about our cake yet because this thing is gorgeous. Oh, I love it.
So pretty. Can't wait to eat it. Okay. Our KUTV admin, Delilah, she totally outdid herself. So thank you so much for the cake and all these amazing decorations
Yes.
for everyone that is helping us celebrate our birthday.
So many people have come in and out of the Fresh Living doors since we started, you guys. We have crew, producers, directors. A lot has changed. We wouldn't be here now without all the hosts and everybody, both past and present. So we thought it'd be fun to take a look back over the years of Fresh Living. Let's take a look.
So we were talking about the holidays at the top of the show, and now I know they're truly here because we have some dancers from the Nutcracker Inn, all the beautiful dancers from the Utah Artist School of Ballet.
Interesting. Women finding their true beauty and capturing it forever. Amanda's here to tell us more.
I have to tell you something, you guys.
What?
I am beautiful!
There you are.
Let me just point this out. Wendy, model here. I have seen this around town. In fact, there's a gal I see weekly at my daughter's dance class who has, what do you call it, just feathers?
It's just feather extension.
We are here with Cameo College. We are talking the latest and greatest trends in hair and makeup for wedding days, big events, formal nights, whatever you've got coming up.
Coming up today at 1 on Fresh Living, when Casey's away, the
ladies will
play.
We have Kate Heath and Dr. Motoki here from Clarity Skin. We're talking about cool sculpting.
And speaking of being cool, we have Dory with us from Terry's RV. Check this out. We are at the RV liquidation sale, and I'm hanging out here with Amy Christensen, and obviously she is about to show us that you can cook up a little something extra in these RVs.
Well, we are here with some of our favorite people from Utah Facial Plastics.
Yes, we have Trish and Brittany, and Brooke is our guinea pig. We're going to be sawing you in half.
I know.
Is that okay? I feel like this is a magic trick.
I've never been in a segment. Make me beautiful, ladies, and I know you will.
From downtown Salt Lake City, welcome to Fresh Living.
I have the chills.
Oh, that was so fun.
I love seeing all those old faces that we love so much.
Oh, so many people that made this show possible. Now, we've all been involved with Fresh Living for about 3 years, Kari nearly 4. So our producer asked us to share us a little bit about what makes Fresh Living so important to you, what you love about it most. So Kari, start us off.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
put her in the hot seat.
Yes, please.
You know, my favorite thing is how the show has connected me to so many great people, like you two, and our viewers. I get so many messages that say, hi, I can relate to you, and I'll say, hi, I just have been connected to so many people through this show And I love sending those messages, and yeah, I think it's the people. The people are what matters to me. So thank you so much for watching for so long. Our viewers have tuned in for so long. What about you two?
10
Caitlin?
years. I was going to piggyback on that because
I know.
Are you am I going to take what you're going to say? I was going to say the friends we've made within the station, but also our clients.
Yeah.
So many of our clients we have on here all the time, and you know, it's professional on set, but we have actually become friends with them, and that's been really fun to see them out in the wild and have those relationships that have been built over a decade of time, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, like, I don't think many people get to go to work every single day and love what they do,
Yeah.
but I get to do that, and it's because of the people that make this show possible. It's because of the crew. We're all friends. It's because of all of you, our producers. It's that connection, like you said, Kari. I get to work with my best friends every single day, and I also get to be with you every single day out in TV land. I love going to the grocery store and running into each other and being like, hey, I recognize you.
I
and
love
having
it
that
so
connection.
much. If I talk your ear off, I'm sorry. I end up
I'm
like
the same
chatting
way.
so long to people, so
Me
I
too.
apologize.
And I'm a close talker too. It's bad in a pandemic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She needs boundaries.
I do.
It is so great though, and don't hesitate to reach out and say hi, because you guys see us every day and we don't get to see you. So we want to put a face to who you are, who's tuning in and watching every day, and connect with you. So always say hello, and thanks so much for being so kind and supportive for all these years.
Oh my gosh, you've been so supportive. Okay, so we have one last surprise.
Yes.
I'm going to hand you girls your...
It wouldn't be a party without confetti, right?
It wouldn't be.
I'm apologizing now
I
for the
know.
cleanup that is going to happen right here.
Do we need like a little
Don't
countdown?
aim that at
Okay.
me.
Okay,
Yeah.
ready?
Ready?
Five.
Okay, happy birthday. Wait, make it ready. Okay.
Happy birthday first.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Woo!
And a lot of people use essential oils, but have you ever thought about the science behind the bottle? We'll talk to one of doTERRA's scientists when we come back.
The following segment is sponsored by doTERRA. I am so excited to be here at doTERRA headquarters in Pleasant Grove today. doTERRA is one of KUTV's partners in our STEM program, and joining me is Cecile Bascoul, Director of Product Safety here at doTERRA. Thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, let me brag about you for just a second. You have a PhD in bioscience from Cardiff University. Talk to us a little bit about your history in science, and have you always wanted to be in science?
I always really liked science. At school, it was one of my favorite subjects, specifically biology. Also growing up, I had a little microscope. I enjoyed looking at little things under the microscope. My dad, I remember, gave me a little, put a blood drop on a slide, and so I could look at it under the microscope. And yes, I really like science.
And you are always curious, and that's why you've been so successful in what you do. And how do you use science on a daily basis here at doTERRA?
As a product safety director, we use science every day. One of our main roles in the company is to review the compounds in the essential oils. So we review the CMS's results, which is a graph where you can see all the compounds in the essential oils. And we review the literature that is associated with these compounds to make sure they are safe. Currently, I also have a second hat. I'm the interim director for QC, so I work with an amazing team of microbiologists and chemists, and they do all the testing for quality control. We have 3 different labs. The EM lab is dedicated to make sure the environment is safe with no contamination, microbial contamination in the manufacturing environment. And the second lab is the chemistry lab where they test the essential oils for the natural compounds, but also contamination with heavy metals and pesticides. And the third lab is the microbiology lab where they also test the products and make sure there's no contamination from microbes and yeast and things like that.
You have a very important role here, obviously, at doTERRA. If there are people out there watching that are thinking of going into science as a career, what kind of advice do you have for them?
First, I'd like to talk about what I did. Instead of going to university, I studied for 2 years to become a technician. Then I studied biotechnology, and I have a master's in biotechnology. and then went to the UK where I studied biosciences, and I have a PhD in biosciences. So really studying the hands-on science and how we do experiments in the lab, I think, was very important because it helps me understand when I read publications. And what I would say as well, doing a PhD really opened doors, and I can progress in my careers.
So it sounds like education and experience are the two big things that you encourage people to do if they want to go into science. This information is so great for us to learn about, and if we want more information about doTERRA, where can we find that information?
If you go on the website at doTERRA.com, you can find more information about what we do.
Cecilia, thank you so much for sharing your experience with us.
Thank you.
Do you get tension headaches? It could have something to do with your posture. We'll get some tips for sitting and standing that could save you from future pain. And if you wear a hearing aid or think you might need one, a lot has changed in hearing technology in the last few years. We'll tell you how you can test out a high-tech hearing aid when we come back.
The following segment is sponsored by My Hearing Centers. Technology is constantly evolving, and I'm not just talking about your smartphone. There's been big advances in hearing aid tech the last few years. And joining me now to talk about this is Matt Deering from My Hearing Centers. Hi, Matt. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, good to be here. Thank you.
Great to have you. Okay, many people with hearing loss probably don't even recognize that they may have a problem. So what are some indicators that a person may be suffering from hearing loss? What are those first things going to be?
Yeah, so there was a recent study by the University of Michigan that showed that the kind of the three big things that people do. Number one is they're turning up the television too loudly. Number two is they're repeating themselves or asking people to repeat themselves. And then number three is they're missing parts of phone conversations. That same study goes on to show that a person with a hearing loss that treats that hearing loss within 3 years of diagnosis has a lower risk of developing dementia later in life.
Wow. Okay. And how much has hearing aid technology changed in the past 3 or 4 years? I know it's been a lot.
Yeah, I mean, here what's great. We've made things smaller. We're using micro technology to make things more compact. We're actually using the technology to go right to your cell phones. We're using new batteries, and so instead of changing the batteries every day, we have these great rechargeable batteries that you actually put it in the charger at night. It's ready for another 24 hours, rated at full streaming, which means you could listen to music all day long through your hearing aids, plus have all the volume enhancements that come through correcting the hearing loss for 24 full hours before that battery goes bad or goes down and has to be recharged.
Wow, there is so much that has changed in the past few years. Okay, you guys are doing a Here for the Holiday 60-day challenge. Tell us all about it.
Well, it is the holiday season. If you haven't realized it yet by going to the stores, the holiday decorations are out. And so we want you to be able to hear not only during Thanksgiving and Christmas, but all the way through these holidays. So we're giving people a chance to come in and try these hearing aids risk-free during the holiday season. So whether you're going to be on kind of telecommuting to your family and friends, or whether you're going to be in person in smaller groups, we want you to experience how you can hear better with this great technology.
Yes, absolutely. Matt, I wanted to ask you, what are you seeing with some of your customers, like the before and afters, after they can finally hear what people are saying?
The great thing is that everybody that comes in that takes the 60-day challenge, just about everybody, are coming back with great reports on this new Stiletto X hearing aid. They're saying they're hearing their family and friends better. They're being able to participate more socially. The phone conversations are much better because the hearing aids connect directly to your smartphones, and you can take calls right through your smartphone into your hearing aid. So all these things are making their lives better. Just today, I had another meeting just before this with a patient who is continuing to work, and he said that he's able to participate better in his business meetings than he's ever been able to before. So all these great things are happening. If you want to experience that for yourself and do that through the holidays, all you need to do is give us a call.
Yes, this is so incredible, Matt. Okay, if someone wants to make an appointment to have his or her hearing checked, how do they contact you?
We're making it really easy. We've got 20 locations. If you give us a call right now, 801-701-1776, we're going to schedule for a free hearing evaluation. At the end of the evaluation, you'll be able to try the hearing aids risk-free for that 60 days.
Thank you for all the info. This is great news. Matt, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you. You as well.
The following segment is sponsored by Rocky Mountain Therapy Services. If you get headaches, you've probably tried everything you can think of to get rid of them. Well, now you can stop them from happening in the first place. This is Dr. John Elmer with Rocky Mountain Therapy Services. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks. It's good to be here.
We are so glad to have you because I know a lot of people, including myself, get headaches, but I didn't know that there's two types of headaches. Could you tell us what they are?
Yeah, there are two general types of headaches, the migraine or the chronic tension headache. Most people experience the chronic tension type headache, and that's a headache that usually comes up the back of the head, even into the side of the head, and usually it's just a dull ache.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm experiencing. It just feels like fire shooting up over the back of your skull, and you can't focus on anything else other than that. So what's causing these?
So the tension headaches can be caused by a lot of things. They can be caused by sleep patterns, sleep positions, sleep apnea, then diet, whether we have a sugary diet, are we getting enough water, are we hydrated? So those are the main contributors to those tension type headaches.
How about posture? Does that impact it, or can it even help us if we're able to fix our posture?
Posture is huge. Posture is really, really a key factor in these tension headaches. You know, we typically look down and bring our shoulders forward 3,500 times a day.
Wow.
3,500 times a day. So we've got to really combat that poor posture. And there's a simple activity we can do. Will you do it with me?
Yes, please teach me. I've got what I call the tall girl slouch, is what my mom calls it. And I roll in all the time, so help me.
We want to combat that. So we call this a posture reset. What you're going to do is you're going to bring your shoulder blades back.
Okay, shoulder blades back.
You're going to bring your head back.
Head back.
Tuck your chin down. There you go. That's a little better. And then we're going to hold that position for 10 to 15 seconds. So you're going to feel the muscles between your shoulder blades working. You're going to feel the muscles in the back of your neck that are stretching and being pulled. And then after that 15-second, you can kind of relax.
I'm realizing that I've never stood up straight in my entire life. But that's what I just discovered right there.
There you go. So we want to do those posture resets 3 to 4 times an hour. So you can pick one time during the hour and you can do them, or you can just do them throughout the hour, throughout the day. You know, we spend so much time at our computer screens or driving, reading a book, reading our phone. We need to counteract that with those posture resets.
Well, and that's such an easy thing, and it's free. It's something that you can do every single hour, and it will really work.
Something you can do right now. Everybody out there can do it right now.
What about relaxation therapy?
So relaxation therapy is something that we do in the clinic. We guide people through. We teach them imagery, positioning, breathing. We work on all of those things, again, to help those muscles relax, take that tension off the back of the neck, off the base of the skull, to help minimize the tension and then those headaches.
Well, and if you suffer with these headaches, you know how debilitating they can be. And you're also offering up a free webinar. Tell us about that.
We do. We have a free webinar that's coming this Wednesday night, 6 o'clock, free. Anybody can dial in. If you go to our website, rmts.clinic, you can sign up there. We would love to have people come in, listen, learn more about migraines, learn more about the tension headaches, and then learn about how they can take care of things on their own.
I love it. So if we're interested in getting an appointment as well, where can we go?
Again, rmts.clinic, or you can call our clinic 801-566-7080. We're happy to do free evaluations and consultations.
Great. Thank you so much, Dr. Elmer.
Thank you. It's been great.
We'll be right back, and I'm going to hold myself up here. Here we go, right?
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, we are wrapping up our 10th anniversary show with the most creative charcuterie board from Summertime Sweets. It's beautiful.
Kari, you are speaking my language. When can I dive in?
Right now. Right now.
Look how cute. Look at the letters, and she spelled out Fresh Living on the side. I mean, that's
dig in.
So cute.
Just don't knock over the table. It's on a slant, you know. Safety
be
first.
careful.
We also wanted to make sure to say thank you to everybody that helped make this show so special for us. We've got Alpha Lit Salt Lake City, Bling It On, Pop Park City, Summertime Sweets, and of course the Wood Connection.
Oh,
what a fun day to celebrate our show that we love so much.
Thank you so much to all of our viewers. Thank you for Brooke. She can get started on
putting up with Brooke every day, in and out.
Okay, girls, here's to 10 more years.
Yes, cheers.
Cheers, cheers to that.
Maybe want some of this?
Can I do this?
Oh, okay, here we go.
Oh,
she did it!
For sure didn't think that was going to go so smoothly.
That was so amazing.
There's
more.
more.
Oh, there's more.
There's more.
Get them.
There we go. got meat fingers over here.
Yeah, please keep it together.
I love
Thanks so much.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks
tomorrow.
for celebrating. Bye. Have a great day. The Fresh Living set is provided by RC Willey.